Blackstone Audio presents Carbide Tipped Pens, 17 Tales of Hard Science Fiction, edited by Ben Bova and Eric Choi, with stories by Daniel H. Wilson, Aliette de Bodard, Doug Beeson, Liu Shichin, translated by Ken Liu, Jean-Louis Trudel, Leah Peterson and Gabrielle Harbowy, Gregory Benford, Howard Hendricks, Jack McDevitt, Robert Reed, David DeGraff, Kate Story, Carl Frederick, Dirk Strasser, and Nancy Fulda. This book is read by Paul Boehmer, Cassandra Campbell, Gabrielle de Cuir, Alex Hyde-White, Stefan Rudnicki, and Judy Young. Preface by Eric Choi. When I talk about this book, I get a lot of questions about the title. Paul Stevens, our editor at Tor, once told me. What does the title come from? Carbide Tipped Pens, or CTP, was the name of a hard SF writing group to which David DeGraff and I belonged in the late 1990s. Founded by Paul Keogh, the group demanded a strict regimen of in-depth bi-weekly critiques and regular story submissions to markets every 3 months. The group's grand ambition was to help revitalize the hard SF genre and perhaps even foster a new literary movement. By the early 2000s, however, the obligations of mundane life began to intrude, and the members of CTP went their separate ways. Almost a decade later, I found myself with the honor of sharing an author signing table with Ben at the 2011 Ad Astra convention in Toronto. We chatted about the resurgence of hard SF with the publication of new anthologies such as Jonathan Strahan's Engineering Infinity in the United Kingdom, and that the time was right for a new collection of hard SF in North America. I even had a pretty good idea for the title. Hard SF is the literature of change, the genre that examines the implications, both beneficial and dangerous, of new sciences and technologies. The founding fathers of hard SF, Hugo Gernsback and John W. Campbell, Jr., decreed that science fiction had to make sense, following the laws of nature and exploring the impact of science and technology on society, past, present, or future, in a manner that is imaginative and profound. Campbell guided masters like Isaac Asimov, Lester Del Rey, Robert A. Heinlein, Theodore Sturgeon, A. E. Van Vogt, Clifford D. Simak, and Jack Williamson into the golden age of SF, where the entire universe was their playground. For Carbide Tipped Pens, the anthology, Ben and I were looking for stories that follow the classic definition of hard SF.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?